Hi there, I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that I have first-hand experience, actually a lot of experience in, which is dealing with a narcissist. Now, I am an intuitive healer. I also have dealt with some of the most dangerous and worst narcissists that are out there. I am going to give you some tips today on dealing with the narcissist, but I'm really going to focus on the healing aspect of it because that's what I do. Now, I am not a licensed professional. I do not have a degree in psychology. I actually have a degree in chemistry, believe it or not. And I cannot prescribe or subscribe anything to you. I can only give advice, but it is first-hand knowledge versus a book, and there is a difference. The other thing is that I am very skilled in energy. I did heal myself from these wounds. I also was able to tap into the minds of these individuals so that I understood why they did what they did and their purpose and their goal, so that I could better see how to heal this whole dynamic. All right? So the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself this one question. And this is how you know if you're dealing with a narcissist or not. Is this person that is in my life or people, do they add value? Meaning, do they bring me up? Do they enhance my life? Do they ask me how I am doing and what they can do to better my life? Do they make it their goal to help you? Or does your life revolve around them? Are you beholden to them? Are you responsible for their happiness? Are you responsible for their mission? Are you them or are you you? That's how you will know if you are dealing with a narcissist, because a narcissist will make everything about them. They are the center of everything, and everyone else does their bidding. You have no existence, you have no identity. Your identity is their identity, and they keep it that way, and that's a power move. So if you are in that dynamic, if you feel like the people or the person that you're dealing with is all about them, and that you are a slave to them, then you are dealing with a narcissist. And in some case, very powerful narcissist. Now, I'm not going to diagnose narcissists. You can go online and type in, what are the signs that I'm dealing with a narcissist? There's much information out there, which is fantastic. And I'm so glad this has finally become a topic that people are addressing, because now it's getting those that were in that dynamic, like myself, a victim of it, out of it, and now you've become victorious. And now you're calling them out for what they are. All right. So the first thing you need to decide is, or figure out is, are you dealing with a narcissist? All right. The next thing to do is figure out, okay, how am I going to deal with them? So every narcissist is going to be different. This is why there is not a one size fits all, or a one diagnosis for every narcissist. They're all different. They use different tactics. They have different abilities. They have different levels. The narcissists that I have dealt with, not only were they extremely violent, extremely dangerous, they were extremely powerful. They had abilities, as far as psychic abilities, as far as abilities to manipulate and control energy, the ability to manipulate and control minds, to control people. These are the most dangerous narcissists because they understand energy, and then they use that energy against you and then take on your identity. These are the hardest to get away from. They are the hardest to heal from. And they are the worst of the worst. And that's what I experienced with several individuals in my reality, one being my ex-husband, who, if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll understand he was a sociopath, a pathological liar. He had no heart chakra, he had no morals, no ethics, and he had no empathy. He felt nothing. In fact, he validated everything that he did to me and to others because it was for his benefit. Nobody else, just him. So that narcissist, and also Teal Swan, she is a high-level narcissist that has abilities, that uses her abilities to manipulate and control people to keep them in a victim state. She is the center of her little universe, and she is your God. That's another way you know you're dealing with a narcissist, is when you know that they are your God. You don't have an identity. You don't have a connection to God, to Source. You're not a free will. You're not a free person. You're their person. You exist for them. So I've dealt with her, and I've also dealt with a really dangerous coven of a very high-level experience, witches, warlocks, psychics, some even at the alien level, which those are very difficult to deal with, or can be, because the manipulation, the warfare that they go into is beyond human. They're in the psyche. They're in the greater mind. They're in the astral realm. And if you're not skilled in those realms, they are running your life. They will run your life. And it's very difficult to get out and get away from. But if you're dealing with a narcissist at that level, the best way to deal with them is to do almost nothing. Like, you do not engage, or you engage as little as you can. You observe, you watch, and you ask for the truth of this person to be revealed. Because life, Source, God, the universe, it must reveal the truth to you if you ask for it. Then you'll start to see that mask come off. Then you'll start to see the truth if you're willing to accept it. Because the narcissist likes to put you in a haze and an illusion for you to believe that you're the problem, that you are the one that is the issue, not them. They're the end-all be-all. They're the one with all the answers. They're the one with all the power. They're the one with all the energy. It's a lie. It's very manipulative. Very dangerous, actually. So, doing as little as possible and observing for a while. Then you have to get to a point where, hopefully you don't get to the point where I did, which is almost losing my life. But then you get to that breaking point where you go, okay, I got to get out of here. I got to figure out how to get out of here. For me, it was, I got to figure out how to get out of here alive. Healing wasn't even in a thought. It was just, I got to figure out how to get out of here. And then I got to figure out how to get my kids out of here. But first and foremost, I had to take care of me, because the narcissist had literally taken over, and I had allowed it in because I trusted it. That's the other thing. They break your trust. They break you down your identity. They break down your belief system within yourself, believing in yourself, and they put doubt and fear. They make you believe that they are the only one that has the answers to fix you. That's absolutely not true. So once you've hit that breaking point with them, now it's time to come up with a plan. Now it's time to exit, and exit fast. Because once you exit from a narcissist, they go into unstable mode, seek you out mode. Where are you? Why did you leave me? Then they really ramp the attacks up, because you are now starting to pull away your energy from them. And narcissists need your energy. They need you as their source. Otherwise, they cannot exist. How they would exist or do exist is very unstable, because they are actually an unstable energy, an unstable person. Unstable probably is a better term. But when you leave a narcissist, you have to leave. There's no going back. When you leave, you either need to block them from everything, social media, phone number, all of it, people, places, everything that you had combined together, you got to block, because they will weasel their way in any chance they can get. Block them or change your number. Go to a location they do not know about. Pack your stuff and go. That's what I did. I left. I went to an entirely different state. I did not let this person know where I was. I had little to no communication with them. Unfortunately, I had to because of my children. But I never disclosed my location, because the narcissist I dealt with had the ability to project his mind and see where I was as soon as he found my location. As soon as I made connection, he was back in. And he wreaked havoc on my life on an energetic level, because this is all energy. And in the spirit, he would attack and then start to attack my physical form. So if you're dealing with a narcissist at this level, you've got to go to an undisclosed location, because if you don't, you will not be able to heal. You have to go off the grid. You have to go ghost. Then you go into healing mode. Healing mode, that's where things start to get a little unstable for you, and you're going to need some help. You really, I feel, now, if you're like me, you're a healer and you can do this on your own, okay. But if I knew that there was someone else out there like me that could help me, I would have found them. But I couldn't find anybody. No one had dealt with the level of narcissism that I had been through. No one. No one understood, because it wasn't on a human level in a book. I had dealt with spiritual warfare, spells, rituals, binding, attacks. No one could help me with that. No one understood the manipulation that I had went through on a spiritual level, on an astral level, on an ethereal level. No one was able to help me. So I had to help myself. But I'm here to help you. I've already been through this. I know what to look for. I know how to tap in. I know how to disconnect you from this person. And this is exactly what you have to do. This is why you have to go ghost. Because you have to go ghost, and we have to unwind and undo and detach you from this energy. Because right now, this is how you are with this energy. And this energy is overtaking you at every level. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And they will do that. They will siphon. They will take from you until you are an empty shell and you leave. And look at the people that have left from before, if you question me on this one, if you have any. Now, once you get to that undisclosed location, it's time to heal. You're going to go through a process. The first is shock. Like, what the fuck just happened to me? That's what I went through. And I started to dig into myself, and I asked, show me who I am. And I heard my ex-husband's name, and I was like, whoa. Okay. And then I started to unwind the energy. I started to undo the beliefs. It started to pull myself out of the binding that we were in. It wasn't just him. There were others that I found later on, but I started with him. But the first was shock. I was shocked. I had no idea what had just happened to me. I thought this man was the love of my life, my quote, quote, soulmate. I thought he had my best interest. I thought he was helping me. He wasn't helping me. He was using me. He was using me for his own fucked up utopia, his mission, his goal. To take over the world, to rule the world, and to use me as a way to get there, because he was an empty shell and I was his source. So I went into that phase for a little bit. Then I went into the crying phase, the emotional phase, started reclaiming my emotions. But I had to go through the emotions first. The anger, the fear, the worry, the doubt, the devastation, the why. Why did you hurt me so bad? I loved you. All I did was pour my love into you. And all you did was use me. You had no love for me. You didn't care anything about me. So that's the next phase. Then once you start to come out of the emotional phase, and this is going to take, well, if you do it on your own, years, months, years. If you get some guidance, some help, I'm here for you. I will help you. We could do this in probably a month, if not less, depending on how skilled and ready you are to actually heal. It's not going to be easy. It is going to hurt. But going through the pain, releasing the emotions, the thoughts, the beliefs, releasing this energy from your energy, you're going to start to feel lighter. You're going to start to feel brighter. You're going to start to feel like yourself. And then you're going to start to have to rebuild yourself. So once you get through the crying phase, now we get into the fixing phase of, okay, this happened. I see it for what it is. Now you have to get into the truth. And you have to accept the truth of what that person is and what they've done to you. Then you have to start to give them their stuff back. Then you have to really start pulling yourself apart and start removing that foundation that was created with that person and start building a foundation of you, yourself. This is when we really start getting into more of the healing phase, the rebuilding, the restructuring of you, bringing yourself back online is what it was seen for me, was I'm back online, here we go. Then from there, once we get out of that phase, then you get it back into I am me. Then you go back into empowering yourself, reprogramming yourself, reconditioning yourself. And then from there, once you're done with that, then you go into creator mode. Then you go into architect mode. Then you go into, this is my life. I am responsible for it. I am creating it for me. No one else is going to do that for me. I am not responsible for anybody else. I'm not responsible for their happiness. I'm not responsible for their healing. I'm not responsible for them. I have sovereignty. I am an autonomous being. God, source, created me to, number one, take care of me first, not other people. You cannot take care of other people if you have not first taken care of yourself. So those are the steps. Those are the steps in the healing process. I've made them very simple for a reason. Of course, it's going to get a little more complex depending on your situation. But if you feel like you have been the victim of abuse, especially in the spiritual realm, or it doesn't have to be spiritual, but if you feel like you have dealt with a high-level narcissist, and I'm talking those sociopaths, pathological liars, manipulators, the ones that have a God complex, that want to rule the world, that make you believe that you are a slave to them. Those are the ones I want to help you with, because those are the ones that I've dealt with. And I've dealt with them for a reason, so that I could do this. Because I know now at every level where they attack you. And they do. It's an attack. Let's call a spade a spade. You are literally under attack by these individuals. And they want you to they want you to stay in victim, because then you're powerless to them. You're weak. And they use you and take from you. I want the opposite for you. I want you to take your power back. I want you to be powerful. I want you to rise up. I want you to build a beautiful, amazing life and to shine that light on these individuals, to expose them for what they are, to set other people free. That's what I want for you. And I'm going to help you. Email me. My email is in the description box. We'll set up a time, we'll talk. We'll see if it's a good fit for us, and we'll devise a plan. Or if you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. I've been through it. I've been through a lot when it comes to this type of energy. And I would consider myself an expert. And I am an expert, high-level intuitive healer. So, reach out to me. Know that you are loved. You have resources. You have options. Okay? Have a great day.